Cement on the Ghanaian market. Buy this, not that. For many parts of my adult life, the only brand of cement that I've known on the Ghanaian market is the Gasem cement. For most of us, we grew up knowing that Gasem cement was the only brand of cement on the Ghanaian market. Until recently, other brands of cement started flowing into the country. First, we had Dangote, then we had Diamond Cement, we had Simaf, and then we had Seoul for some time. I don't think I've been seeing it in recent time, but the Seoul Cement from Chinese also came on the Ghanaian market. And then we have Super Sim. Now, the latest kit on the block is Jata Cement, which is also doing very, very well. Do you know that of all these brands of cement that we have on the Ghanaian market, most of them have different grades of cement? When we talk of different grades of cement, we are referring to cement of one brand which has different grades. For example, most cement on the Ghanaian market have what they describe as the 32.5R, and then they also have the 42.5R, and then we also have the 52.5R. Now, according to experts in the industry, they tell us that the 32.5R grade of cement is meant for plastering, block laying, and then screeding when it comes to construction. It is good for works that does not require a lot of strength in its expectation. Now, the 42.5R is also meant for construction works that require a lot of strength. For example, we have beams, we have columns, we have retaining walls, and we have concrete walls. These type of construction require the 42.5R grade of cement. And then for the 52.5R, which is normally not common on the market, it is meant for high-end construction which requires super strength. So you realize that on the Ghanaian market, we have three grades of cement: the 32.5R, the 42.5R, and then the 52.5R. For most consumers of cement products on the market, they do not know that there are these differences in the grade of cement. Some also don't care if there are any differences. Some also know the differences, but they care less. So for you, as somebody who is trying to do a construction work or engage in some form of construction, what type of cement will you use for your product? Most manufacturers of these grades of cement have reasons for which they produce these grades of cement. But for me, I think that the three main reasons why they produce these type of cement is affordability, and then design specification, and the greatest of them all is for competition. So they create the impression in the mind of consumers that there are different grades of cement for different work type and then for different pockets. So that if you are looking for a cement that will match your pockets, there is a type of cement that is good for you. But remember, when it comes to construction, the stronger, the better. In Ghana, most people do not manufacture their own blocks when it comes to construction. There are so many block factories scattered in our community, so most developers go there to buy, especially those that are building their own 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 1-bedroom, single room apartments. Most people go to these block factories and then purchase their block from the manufacturers. The reality is that you don't have control over the type of cement that is used for the production of the blocks that you intend to buy. If you ask those producing blocks, a lot of them will tell you that out of each bag of cement, they get about 30, 32, 33, 34, in some cases 40. Don't be surprised if you see a block manufacturer producing 40 or 50 blocks out of one bag of cement. So you cannot stand for the quality. You cannot prove to yourself that this block that I'm buying for my construction is of higher quality. The reality is that you have control over the mortar that you will use to lay this block that you are buying. So you can imagine buying a block from a block manufacturer. This manufacturer produce 45 blocks out of one bag of cement. You realize that it will not stand the test of time if you go and then use a type of cement thinking that it is meant for block laying or plastering. So what advice will we give you? Now, if you are doing any construction, the stronger, the better. Recently, because we don't trust the quality of blocks that are produced with the cement, by extension, most people don't also trust the quality of cement that is on the Ghanaian market. If they tell you it's 32.5R and that it is meant for block laying, it is meant for plastering, it is meant for screeding, it is not meant for concrete work, you have to think twice before you accept these things that they tell you. If they also tell you that 42.5R cement is meant for concrete works, beams, and columns, well, you also have a decision to make. But for me and my experience in the construction industry, I will not take chances with any of the cement on the market. I will always go for the highest quality. And I think you also have a decision to make in that area. So in order to be sure of the quality of cement you are using, the one which is common on the Ghanaian market is the 42.5R. For me, whether I'm doing plastering, I'm laying block, I'm doing screeding, I will not compromise on quality. And I'm going to use 42.5R cement, which is stronger according to what the experts are telling us. Never will I recommend 32.5R grade of cement for any form of construction. You may not agree with me, but this is what I think is the right thing in order to protect your interest. So, if you are having intention of buying cement, insist on getting the highest quality. And by this we mean the 42.5R grade of cement. I'm not too much interested in the brand because in most cases, the brand doesn't matter. There are some popular brands in Ghana. Gasem, a lot of people know. Dangote, a lot of people know. But in recent time, the brand Jata is gaining attraction. And I've tried it some few times and it looks good. But even that, I will go for the 42.5R grade of cement, which Jata, Gasem, Simav, Diamond, Dangote, Soul, all of them come in that grade. So that is what I will go for. If I were a manufacturer, in order to take care of this negligence and ignorance on the part of consumers who do not know whether it is 42.5R, 32.5R, or even 52.5R, I will produce just one standard of cement, which is good for both plastering and for concrete works. And in this case, I'll go for just the 42.5R. I think there should be law in Ghana that will insist that all manufacturers of cement go with one standard, which in this case is likely to be the 42.5R grade of cement, and that it will cure this mischief as to whether the quality of cement that we are buying on the market is fit for purpose or it will stand the test of time. So remember, when it comes to construction, the stronger, the better. If you have any experience with any brand or quality of cement, or even the grade of cement that you chose for your construction work, let's meet at the comment section